What's up, guys, and welcome to Anime Day, where we review anime on Fridays with our awesome friend and member Jonathan.
Hello, I am Jose.
Oh my god! So today will be a double feature. Not only will we cover the last Naruto the movie, we'll also be covering the spin-off manga. If I remember, it's called the Seventh Hokage and the Spring something. Am I?
I'm looking at it right now. It's just called Naruto 700 plus one.
Well,
Like
anyway,
literally, that's what it's called. Naruto 700 plus one.
let's get this underway. Let's talk about the last. You've seen it, right?
Yes, I've seen it, and
I was actually one of the lucky people to go see it when they released it English subbed with the Japanese actors, not the Korean
I
actors.
had I had to end up watching Korean sub into English, where it was quite hilarious to actually watch the
And
drama.
I wouldn't find it fair to do a review when only a few people in the world saw the movie. So now I can actually do it because people watch the horrible Korean subbed.
It was bad, but it was comical.
Yeah, it was comical, but let's see. Where to begin? So
Well, this
let's
takes place 2 years after the Fourth Ninja War. After
yeah,
Naruto was a hero once again.
yep. And Sasuke leaves the village. He has to go search upon things, make sure things every loose end has been tied up and stuff like that. So he leaves the village for two plus years.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And he's still gone.
and this movie takes place in where else? The Hidden Leaf Village, with our lovable yet idiotic main character Naruto Uzumaki.
Who now, since after the war, he's a hero. For some reason, is now very popular to every single lady in the entire freaking village. Like
That is
seriously,
true.
it's just seriously, it's kind of
Well,
weird.
you would have to expect that considering he did stop a war with his team and his friends.
But yeah, but just imagine if Sasuke was there, Naruto wouldn't get the ladies. It'd be Sasuke. Just stating a fact, really.
But well, enough about that. Like we go on and we see Hinata's having trouble letting Naruto know how she feels, and the whole scarf mentality was just really, really awkward with it.
Well, it kind of makes sense considering that when they
But
were very, very young,
yeah,
Hinata was being bullied. Naruto goes to save her,
yeah. But
gets
the
his ass
fact
to him,
I just
is
hate the fact that the scarf was torn up again and again and again. That just like showed such disheartening fans that they would never be together.
yeah.
But
Uh, unless you read the manga, the end of the manga beforehand, then okay.
yep. So let's talk about this. So we have a new enemy, and we also have this revolving mainly around the Hyuga clan. Yes, not the Uzumaki clan, not the Senju, not the Uchiha, the
The
Hyuga.
Hyuga, the clan that everybody forgot existed except for Neji and Hinata.
The Hyuga clan, which possesses the powerful Byakugan, which we will not go into detail. If you did not watch Naruto or read the manga, you are not supposed to be here. So, so this result revolves around Hinata and her little sister Hanabi Hyuga, and Hinata's like very timid and shy in this movie, trying to get
to
Naruto alone,
basically express her feelings how she loves Naruto.
pretty much, and
Even though she already said that to begin with a few times.
she has to, and she did get some help from Ino, Sakura, and the others. So it was pretty interesting. But what kept my interest was the fact that Naruto was always distracted by the up and coming Kunoichi.
Well, it's not the fact he's always distracted by that. Naruto's
They,
also a bonehead and doesn't really get the fact that what she's trying to do.
he was very dense for the whole movie. We all
Pretty
know this.
much.
He was seriously dense until Sakura just told it straight to his face.
Actually, no, that wasn't what uh triggered the fact of what's going on. That's later. That was much
Well,
later on.
that was yeah. The memory sequence had to do with it too. But Sakura just
She
literally
helped a little bit, but he was still kind of hard headed, not really figuring out.
Yeah, but the thing is, she told it to him straight after Hinata went towards our new enemy, which we will name soon. Like seriously, he she's been hinting at it the whole friggin' time.
Mm-hmm.
He's a literal bonehead.
And I thought it was kind of interesting the fact that it was struggling this little romance. I was by the
Yeah,
trailers of the movie, I was thinking that they're already together.
yeah, but no. But let's start. Enough. We'll get into this whole love scenario later. Let's talk about the plot and the beginning fights and everything. Let's talk about Hanabi's abduction.
Yes,
As soon as Hanabi gives advice to her big sister, she gets kidnapped by these things. I don't know what puppets we'll call them for now.
yeah, they're pretty much puppets.
So Naruto wants to be the hero again, tries to save Hanabi, which we now learn he can do a Rasen Shuriken without leaving any hand signs, which took him
It's
long enough.
interesting, but considering the fact that he pretty much has the power of the Sage Six Paths in him, so
I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like the side effects are affecting him anymore.
and
So
also the fact that he doesn't have to go use a shadow clone either to form the Rasengan anyway anymore. So,
that's what I was saying. He could do
well,
it
you said
without hand.
hand signs. You didn't.
Well, not hand sign. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. I see my
Yeah,
mistake.
see, you see, yeah.
But the fact that it was a different color this time. What do you
Looks
think?
like it was coming more from the Nine Tails chakra because they kind of combined together.
That could make sense. Yeah.
More so since he now can control the power of the Nine Tail Fox
That or the fact
Haruma.
that
So,
that he developed it further, like he made it more powerful.
oh yeah, it's considering it's been 2 years. I'm sure he's definitely worked on it more.
And Jonathan, who's our new Hokage for this movie?
The also lovable guy says in
No.
it's Kakashi. It's Kakashi
Unfortunately,
Hatsume.
unfortunately, we all know Guy Sensei is in a wheelchair after unleashing the eight inner gates and staying alive by convoluted bullshit.
Pretty much, but Kakashi Hatsume, which is of course the new Hokage,
he
because
is
Tsunade decided to step down for some unknown
he
reason.
is the sixth Hokage, or are we? Yeah, sixth Hokage.
It is because Tsunade decided to step down for some reason, which they never kind of explained why.
It was the new generation. They had to step down after the war.
Well, no, my thing is the others are still Hokage. She's the only one that stepped down, and Kakashi took over. That's what I'm saying. Like, they
Yeah,
never explained why she was the only of those Hokage that stepped down.
at that point, yeah. But more on this Hanabi kidnapping scenario. Naruto put up quite a fight. What do you think about this?
Uh, Hanabi didn't really put much of a fight. She's kind of was like,
I met Naruto. He put up
oh,
a
I
fight.
thought you said Hanabi.
No.
Naruto put quite a fight trying to save Hanabi, and Hinata at the same time because Hinata was chasing after her as well.
Yeah, but when Hinata fell, that kind of just wrecked everything.
Pretty much.
The scar.
But
It was the.
here's the thing: it's like I don't get like with and Hinata's catching for a scarf. Like you're a ninja, you can send chakra through your feet to basically walk on trees and water like you're freaking Jesus Christ. How come you couldn't walk on the building?
Hold on. Let's be honest here. Have we ever seen Hinata like use chakra control like through her feet? Have we ever seen
But
that?
isn't that what the Hyuga is meant for? You know, they kind of have chakra control through the palms of their hands to do the general fist style. So wouldn't that be the same as going through their feet? And considering the fact that
It's actually not. Gentle Fist and Chakra control is a key elements in Gentle Fist. It's not the actual technique.
I'm just saying that she should have like
If we go back,
out how to chakra control.
I don't know, but I don't think
Naruto was able to do it.
I believe we've only seen her do it once or twice. I think she was more.
She has done it in the anime spoiler.
I think she was more worried about her sister at the time than worrying about herself.
Probably.
That yeah, that leads to the scarf being destroyed for the first time.
Naruto jumps to save her, as you know, heroic as he is.
And they begin their mission to save Hanabi and find out what the hell is going on. But let's talk about that little foreshadowing moment in the beginning with the Iruka Sensei and Naruto and the academy. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, when Enrique
They were
Sensei was
talking about.
actually
They were.
into the world where if the moon actually was about if the moon was going to crash down, it'd be the final days on
that
the earth.
was an
Who would Yeah, like who would you basically spend the rest of your life
yeah.
with? Pretty much
That
the
was
last
first
moments.
of all, that was an interesting way of foreshadowing the movie, and secondly, I didn't. I kind of expected Naruto not to write anything.
I was kind of hoping he wouldn't, but then at the same time I was expecting him to write Sakura. I love Sakura.
Well, we all know Sakura wrote Sasuke.
Well, I know, but I was expecting Naruto to sort of write that
Can you
considering how
imagine if Sasuke?
the progression, especially as a kid, you know.
Can you imagine if Sasuke wrote Itachi on that paper?
I would have fucking laughed my ass off. But no, if this was also taking place at when he first became a ninja, he could have wrote Sasuke because his
Yeah,
first.
yeah, we understand. We all understand that. Anyway, yeah, that was a nice little foreshadowing piece, and the history that Hinata had with Naruto. It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty like the build up towards this movie was pretty hard.
They did a very good job with the build.
So they go on to, if I'm not mistaken, after they get assigned, they go with it's Naruto, Sakura,
Shikamaru,
Shikamaru,
Sai.
Sai.
Um, I think that was it, really.
That was it. While Ino was the sensitive ninja, the sensory ninja.
Well, no, Ino didn't go on with them.
Yeah, but she was the sensory type. Remember?
Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty. That was a pretty chasing scene, like when they found the ruins, when they found the bubble.
Oh yeah, the bubbles with basically trapped him in a genjutsu that allowed them to pretty much relive a lot of
Where
memories.
we finally learn like the face of the villain, I believe. That's where we learn the face, right?
He actually showed himself when Hinata was captured, I think.
Yeah,
No,
we
no, when he first went to get Hinata in the Leaf Village, when we saw the face of the villain.
yes. Now that
Uh,
leads that his name is Toneri Uts. I butcher
I won't even try to pronounce that.
Utsu.
And it pisses off a lot of Japanese people. I'm serious. And
Otsutsuki. There you go, Otsutsuki Toneri.
and he is ironically part of the same clan that the Sage Six Path was a part of.
Apparently, there was a third brother that kept his place on the moon. So let's take a quick minute to explain this to the people who either didn't watch it or are waiting for the.
Well, apparently the people that Sage Six Path was a part of originally lived on the moon, which I can go into big details on whole Japanese lore and that stuff.
First of all, we have the three brothers of the sons of Kaguya. We have Hagoromo Otsutsuki. Hagoromo, his brother. What was his brother's name?
I don't remember. I'm bad with Japanese names.
Hagoromo and his brother. I'll look that up real quickly. And then we have Toneri, who kept his place on the moon, while his brothers Hagoromo and whatever. I'll look that up real quick. So, Jonathan, you want to continue this whole talk while I look up the name?
No, okay.
Like,
So they're basically talking about how they're on the moon and we're on the part with the bubbles, right?
here we go. Hamura
Hamura.
Otsutsuki. Yeah, Hamura. Hamura and his brother Hagoromo and the third brother Tonari. So, after sealing Kaguya, their mother, away, Hamura and Hagoromo decided to stay on Earth and look after the spiritual and physical forms of power, where we later learn is called chakra. Where their brother Toneri lives on the
decided
moon.
To stay up on the moon to
and
basically guard the ghetto statue.
Guard the ghetto statue, which has been imprisoned inside of the moon.
Which was the prison for the Jubi, which of course was later stolen.
So yeah, the ending of
He was a bad guard.
yeah, the ending of Naruto Shippuden actually takes place in here. So we learn that after the war, and when the ghetto statue was released, there was no purpose left for Toneri on the moon, if I'm correct.
No, there was no purpose. Actually, he had one purpose left in his life was he wanted to basically destroy all of human of all.
Oh yes, yes. He was led to believe that because of all the ensuing dangers on Earth that people abuse chakra, so he wanted to use the power of the moon, the power of the Byakugan, infused with his own power, to destroy the Earth and all inhabitants on it.
Mm-hmm. So that was his
Because
last purpose. Because
he falsely believed that no one could truly understand each other.
pretty much, and for a while that was the actual truth.
Yeah, until the generations came out of nowhere.
Until Naruto was born.
So yeah, that's his deal, and when he absorbed and we learn later on that he took Hanabi's eyes. Yes, the concept of eye stealing has not left us
Yeah,
yet.
it's back, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.
Uh,
Basically, he wanted to create. He wanted to use her eyes to make, in a sense, like a new type, like another eye, in a sense.
I'm going to look up the name real quickly, but you can continue.
So he wanted to basically make another all-powerful eye, which Mikey can look at the name of because I can't remember for the life of me.
We call it the Tenseigan. No, it is not. It is not the Tenseiga from Inuyasha. It is called the Tenseigan.
Yeah, it totally doesn't sound familiar.
Totally. Which the Tenseigan has the ability to what was it?
Pretty much you can control like he was using it to control the moon, pretty much.
Yeah, it was actually a huge ass eye when we later found out. I was surprised.
It was it's huge as eye that was the combination of every single like eyes of fallen Hyuga members or Byakugan users all together from the past.
Oh wait, I retract the previous statement. It was only Hagoromo and Hamura. There was no third brother. I was thinking of Indra and Asura. I'm sorry about that. So basically, Toneri combined his eye. I think no wait, he didn't have any eyes.
No, he didn't have any eyes.
He took
Hanabi's eyes
and he made it stronger.
Pretty much.
And it has the abilities, and it has similar abilities of the Rinnegan, meaning it has the ability to attract and repulse any force he wishes. And it also gives him the ability to look like Naruto when he's in Ninetales mode.
Yeah, pretty much. Which we'll get to that when we in the future. That was pretty awesome.
So now we're up to now. So when Hinata learns that Hanabi is with him on the castle on a moon, she decides to go with him to save Hanabi.
This was a big joy killer. The fact that Naruto and Hana were basically having a romantic moment. You're thinking that they're both really about.
But how straightforward was Naruto? He just came out and said,
He just said, "I love you, Hinata." And I was waiting for him. Come here, let's kiss. I was waiting for that moment.
Here's a quick joke. When I went to see the movie, I was cosplaying as Toby, and when he said that, this is just a small joke. I just yelled out, "Akatsuki's approved. Toby approves."
Oh Lord!
It was actually pretty. Let's not go.
I can only imagine.
Everyone was laughing, but besides that, like as soon as Hinata didn't even get a chance to talk, to say anything because yeah, go ahead.
The bad guy came around and she decided to go with him, which basically broke Naruto's heart.
Just like every other supervillain.
Pretty much, except they usually forcefully take the girlfriend, not just like she willingly goes.
Yeah. So Naruto is completely devastated. He doesn't know what.
Naruto does end up trying to save her. He tries.
Yeah, but right now I'm gonna take a page out of Neon Genesis Evangelion. He was completely lifeless
Yeah, he
for
was.
he
Like,
was lifeless. Like he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what direction to approach it. He got a wake until we got a wake up call from everyone telling him not to give up. All this stuff. So yeah, he eventually gets back up like 10 minutes later on, 20 minutes in the movie, and he starts finding a way into the castle with Shikamaru's help.
it was Shikamaru Sai who actually found the
Yeah.
way into the castle.
But before we continue all this, here's my question: what the hell happened to Sasuke? Oh, that's
Sasuke is
right.
being an emo.
They
Sasuke is
they
basically
only
being an emo fuck.
they only gave him 3 seconds of screen time.
Actually, they gave him 3 seconds, and then they gave him another 3 seconds, and then another 3 seconds. So overall, he had about 9 seconds of
Don't
screen
forget the
time.
final 3 seconds.
So okay, so 12 seconds of screen time. Which I was kind of hoping to be a little bit more Sasuke, cause
I
come on,
expected that too, but it's
it's
understandable.
Sasuke. I know
This
he's
is
part of Naruto.
understandable. No, this is understandable. It's not focusing on Sasuke. It's not focusing on the village. It's focusing on Naruto and Hinata, and
I can
putting.
understand that.
No, but it's also putting the final piece of the Kaguya's family to rest,
Mm-hmm.
which needed to be done.
But also, it made the scenes where Sasuke, that he was in, even more better because you appreciate
Yeah.
him a lot more.
So at this point, while they're trying to find a way in to this impenetrable or seemingly impenetrable fortress,
Son, pretty
Sun,
much.
Hinata is learning about
The palace and
Hamura's
about the
clan.
past and what all
Yeah,
happened. Um,
where
to
she meets the spirit of the last elder chief, which was pretty interesting.
no, she met that spirit before she went with
Yeah, but I'm talking about a physical, like a physical form, not like a ball of light to show you what's gonna
Oh,
happen.
okay.
She sees the physical form, and she learns that Toneri is twisted. He's been blinded by the darkness of mankind, and all this goody crap. Someone's gonna hate me for that, but whatever. So, and then she's trying to stop him now on her own. Something she's never done until the Great Ninja War.
I know, right? That she really has gotten a lot of courage over the
Yeah,
years.
she's learned where the Tenseigan is. Again,
Mm.
not the weapon from Inuyasha. This is an eye, not a sword. Please. I know some of you are gonna think about this. Don't. Anyway, so she finds it and
Even
she
if you say this, they're going to think about it.
I know. So she finds it and tries to destroy it. She's constantly misleading Toneri by believing that they're gonna get married.
Hmm.
So
But when she actually does end up finding the real one, she is captured, stopped being captured,
and she becomes a puppet through Toneri's powers.
which is basically kind of weird.
And just as when the wedding was about to get sealed, Naruto smashes it and says, "I object."
Pretty much, he does snap Hinata out of it, but
And then they have their fight scene, QB mode versus rip-off
which
QB mode.
that was pretty badass.
That's pretty badass when
To be
Karama.
honest, I really felt like I was watching Dragon Ball Z when they were going at it.
When except this was much faster paced and much
Well,
better.
yeah, because they weren't taking 30 minutes to power up.
I mean, like
But like them going at it like that, going
the
as fast,
final.
glowing, it felt like I was watching Dragon Ball Z.
And during all this, the moon was actually falling towards the earth. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but Kakashi's face was priceless.
Kashi's face is always priceless.
No, but did you not see him? He thought everyone was gonna die, and here comes bad boy Sasuke.
Oh yeah, Sasuke comes out. I know there's a gigantic piece of the moon is about to fall on the Hidden Leaf Village. Sasuke comes out of nowhere and just throws a giant freaking lightning Chidori to destroy the falling piece of the moon.
And then they finally give him his dialect for the movie.
Yes,
When
basically.
he's not around, it's up to me to save the village.
And like literally, he did it like in 3 seconds in a blink of an eye. Cause
And
Kakashi's the only person who saw Sasuke. Everybody else like,
without a Sharingan, mind you, without a Sharingan.
exactly. And everybody else is like, what the hell are you looking at? What the hell happened? It's gone. I guess even though the fact he didn't have a Sharingan, it just comes through experience, and he's been through a lot
Yeah,
of battles. So and his eyes are probably adjusted to the fact that
I guess.
Sharingan to an extent because he had it for so long.
Yeah, so now back to the fight between Naruto and Toneri. Toneri enters this rip-off Biju mode. Naruto's still in Biju mode. He still has this. He still has the Sage Biju mode. He can summon out Kurama without keeping a link, which is pretty damn amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Kurama is getting his ass handed to him,
and
which is hilarious. It really is.
and as soon as like Naruto's getting out beaten, he just comes out with that right hook that took down Neji.
Yeah,
and
I thought it was a pretty nice way to end the
and
fight.
and basically outside of context of the movie, he basically told Goku to suck it.
Pretty much, but also I want to make a quick note that about before the final fight actually had happened, that the villain decided to just throw all kinds of cheesy, generic villainous, and it's like stealing the girlfriend. It's like you're gonna steal Hinata, put her in a cage. You get any more cheesy?
Yes, let's control her.
Exactly. It's like okay, he really had a lot of badass points, but then he went to a little too cheesy, the typical villain. It's like okay, no, it's kind
But
of getting.
but this is but we're talking about what was his name? Hang on. We're talking about the man who created Naruto. We're talking about I cannot Masaski Kishimoto. We're talking about Kishimoto. Like as soon as the manga is over, they announce a movie. He had enough time to work on it, but he literally had nothing left except for the older brother. Like, if we're gonna talk about cheesy, yeah, we've had cheesy villains before. We've had the typical plot, stealing the girl.
Yeah, I know,
But can you honestly say that everyone else has done it the way Kishimoto has?
no, but
He got to the love interest through a family connection. Remember, the remember the bloodline is now the Hyuga clan is now part of the Otsutsuki bloodline.
just basically they're part of the same bloodline now.
No, they've always been part of it, but they
Well,
never
I
knew.
know, but I'm like now I say they now both know.
Yeah.
And it's not like they knew beforehand.
Yeah. So, you know, they steal like he steals his cousin infinitely removed.
Yeah.
And then he starts picking at them one by one with their memories, with that genjutsu, with the scarf, with the emotional distress that Hinata and Naruto had to endure. Can you say that every other villain has done that?
Not really.
Exactly. I mean, we can go and say, and this is an Age of Ultron spell, we can go ahead and say that Scarlet Witch did that, but that was mind control. That wasn't just raw grief, raw sorrow that we've seen Naruto and Hinata and the rest of the ninja go through, right? I mean, how sad were we when Asuma Sensei died? How sad were we when Jiraiya died? For fuck's sake!
Okay, moving on with the movie.
Damn it, Jonathan! I'm not going into this. Moving on with the movie.
That's why I just said move on with the movie.
So, yeah, let's not get emotional here. Anyway, so we go on Naruto defeating the bad guy.
Like always.
He learns the error of his ways. All this goody stuff.
And Hinata yanks the eyes from him.
And Toneri finally learns the truth about his corrupted ways, and he decides to live on the moon since it's the only place he's ever learned of.
And he also probably feels like he would be shunned and, in a sense, probably try to be murdered and killed on Earth.
But they did invite him to come one day.
Oh,
So
they did, but he doesn't want to come.
one day he'll come. I'm not saying like they'll show it, but
It
speculation.
probably will come to Earth and
So
go into hiding.
so at this point, like the whole fortress is falling apart, and Naruto tells Hinata to hold on, and he suddenly blasts the Rasengan into a
like
beam.
he's fucking going like he's Goku now.
Well, it makes sense. If you can disperse chakra.
I know, but it's just I thought it was hilarious.
But the way, like Kishimoto.
Come on, it's blue and it's like, it's just I thought it was funny.
Well, yeah, true. But the thing is, they didn't necessarily rip off the Kamehameha wave.
No. I'm just saying it was
the way they thought it out though. They thought of it this way. Hey, we made the Rasengan a typhoon inside of a hand. Why not just disperse it with a small opening?
Yeah.
A typhoon becomes Hurricane Sandy, which apparently propels you off the ground.
Anyway, before he actually propels himself with the Rasengan, they're actually going through each memories. You kind of see them progress from childhood all the way up to from their adulthood to their
which I thought was pretty awesome.
Which was really nice. Little memories going by them. And this is as the relationship progressed and their past, which was pretty cool.
And at this point, the movie's done. It's over. They have their big kiss.
They kissed in the air, which you all knew was gonna happen.
I wonder if Sasuke was the best man.
He wasn't. Well, no, he wasn't. Sadly.
Well, anyway, at this point, we have the ending, and then we have the after credit scene or before credit scene.
During the credits, they actually show Naruto's wedding, and I thought
it was pretty cool.
And even Kakashi even has to wear his damn mask, even in a like, really.
And then after the credits, we see Baby Bolts
with
Baby Bolts and Baby Himawara.
Which I thought was pretty cool, nice little touch. I was expecting something different, more like Naruto wearing his Hokage uniform, Hinata in a hospital bed, and Naruto holding either Bolts or Hinamori, whatever her name was.
But Jonathan, we get to talk about that now since they released the spin-off manga.
Which I actually have up right now, lol.
It is called The Seventh Hokage and the Hot Spring Skating, I believe. Something along those lines. So, we have the new generation. We have the children of Naruto and
Sakura.
Naruto and Hinata.
Naruto Sakura fans, rejoice.
Sasuke and Sakura. Shikamaru and Tamari. Choji and
that I don't know her name. It's that black chick from the freaking cloud.
That's racist.
I don't know her name. I'm sorry.
Karui.
I don't remember her fucking name.
Choji and Karui, and last but not last but
and Ino.
And last but not least, it seems like no one's entirely sure of this, but it seems like we have a Lee and Tenten thing going.
Well, you also have Sai and Ino, which I thought was the most random shit ever.
I saw that coming, in all honesty. But Tenten and Lee is kind of, people don't really know if they're together yet. We did see Lee's kid. We don't know whose kid.
Yeah, it could be Tenten. It could be some random person.
Tenten is the last single person in the Leaf Village.
Well, no.
Okay. We don't count the elderly. We don't count Tsunade.
No, Kiba.
Well, Kiba's. I'm talking about female single. I'm talking about.
I can't remember his damn name now.
Shino.
Yeah.
I'm talking about female single.
Well, you didn't say female. You said single.
Whatever.
Technicalities,
my ass. Anyway, so we have the new generation. We have. We also have Asuma's daughter, apparently. who is actually serving as the Anbu Backups of the 7th Hokage. Jonathan, who's the 7th Hokage?
So Hokage is none other than, of course, everybody's number one knuckleheaded hyperactive ninja, Naruto himself.
we have the
I feel
new
it's
we have the new Kage of the generation. We have Naruto, Gaara, Kurosuchi. Um, the water one was the boy with the I forgot the name of the 7 Ninja Swordsman.
I don't remember the name of the sword, really, to tell the truth.
No, the person. He was
Yeah, I like.
here, I'll pull up
Well,
the
pretty
names.
much he was the one who was guarding the previous
Yeah,
Mizukage.
I'm trying to find the name actually. Oh, the name of the blade was Hirame Karai, called also known as the Twin Sword.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that way, but we don't really know the name, so I can't remember the name. More like it. So yeah, we have the new Hokage, the new Kage, which I'm gonna look up the names. So Jonathan, you wanna tell us more about this manga, this little manga?
Okay, well, just like Naruto was as a kid, as crazy and fun as he was, Naruto's son Bolt, yes, literally named after the dog from a Disney movie. Bow wow, here's a doggy treat.
We'll tell you the name.
Basically wanting attention just like Naruto did as a kid. So basically doing his usual pranks, painting on the heads of the Hokage monuments on the mountain in the Leaf Village. Just doing a bunch of little pranks because Naruto's a Hokage now, so he's got a lot of important things he's got to do. He's got a lot of paperwork and all that stuff. So he doesn't really get a chance to spend a lot of time with his son. So he's acting out for the attention, which is just like, okay, father like son, pretty much.
Okay, here we go.
And you also get to see Konohamaru as a Chunin, which I thought was pretty cool as well.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Okay, so we have Kurotsuchi as the Tsuchikage. We have Garo as the Kazekage. We have Naruto as the Hokage. Then we have that guy, Darui, I believe, as the stone Dojin.
I don't remember what Kage that was named.
Here I have the name here. The Raikage.
Yeah, right, Kage, and then you have
The blue-haired kid.
The blue-haired as the Mizukage.
Mizukage. This is the new generation of Kage, and yeah, just like Jonathan said, Bolt, also known as Boruto, has Naruto's mischievous side. I guess it runs in the family.
Pretty much. And
but his sister, Himawara, is very composed. A lot like Neji.
Pretty much.
A lot like Neji.
Boruto took after Naruto, and his sister took after Hinata.
So let's go over these name meanings really quickly. So let's talk about Bolts and Boruto and this name. The name of the manga is Naruto Gaiden, the 7th Hokage in the Scarlet Spring. Yes. So Boruto, the Japanese name, is the English it means the English word bolt, and it is reference to Neji is a reference to his cousin Neji, which means screw. Neji's name literally means screw, but it's also in reference to Minato, the 4th Hokage, because his name spelled kanji in kanji writing in the Japanese language. Rai, the kanji letter for Rai, is also means lightning bolt, which is in his name.
Yeah.
And then we go to Himawara, which is actually I love that name.
Yeah, it's a good name. Better than some of the other names you see.
Yeah, it's a very interesting name because Himawara means sunflower. But if you read this name backwards, it actually reads Hinata. It actually reads the first two The first two kanji letters spell Hyuga, but it can also be read as Hinata. So Bolt it was named after Neji and Minato, while his sister was named entirely off his mother and the Hyuga clan.
Yep.
So that was pretty interesting what Kishimoto did. I give him props for that creative name.
Yeah.
And then we have the other names.
Sakura and Sasuke's daughter, which is literally named Plant.
Yep.
I have to face palm every time I say
Sarada.
that because it is the most retarded ass name ever. I am sorry, Kishimoto, but that sucks ass. It really. Would you name your child Plant?
Well, let's not be too hasty here.
Like really?
Well, let's see the actual meeting. Here, you'll help me look up the names now.
Oh lord.
Yes, I'm doing this. But let's continue talking about what happened in this first manga. Jonathan, you read it the most recent, so you want to talk about it?
The most 700 literally.
No, I'm saying like you read it recently before, like after me. So.
Are you talking about the newest one?
Yeah, the Gaiden one, the new one.
Sarada Uchiha. That's what the actual name of it is.
No, let's talk about it, like the manga itself.
No, I am.
Okay, so apparently Sarada
Yeah, I was getting the most recent one up.
Is the Japanese word for salada, literally salada, but it's derived from Hindu writing for the goddess of knowledge. So apparently, she adopted Sakura's smartness.
Yep.
And she is the first and only she is the first known female Uchiha to awaken the Sharingan. Which is entirely not true.
No, because we've seen in other iterations
we've seen the
show that there have been female users who
it's not just that. We've seen the Izanagi like little history.
Yeah.
And the female who used the Sharingan.
Yep.
But I believe they're making this in reference to the new generation, so.
Pretty much.
So, in this manga right now, basically Bolt adopted Naruto's personality. He's mischievous. He likes to make fun of the Hokage stone faces. He's a troublemaker at school with his colleagues, Shikadai. Yes, Shikadai. I forgot the other two. I forgot the other two of the Shikacho trio.
That's
Shikadai, Naruto, Sarada. There's one name we don't know yet. It's the white-haired kid. It looks like Orochimaru, to be honest. Didn't you see him yet, Jonathan?
I'm kind of trying to go through the manga real quick to figure it out. Need to find it. No, yeah. Oh look, just fucking Killer Bee.
Oh my god.
No, I'm going through like the.
Yeah, no, I'm getting the names, so don't worry. So, in the meantime, so we learned that Sarada has a little bit of a crush on Bolt, which is interesting. You could say it's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So, because normally it's the male, but yeah, and then Sarada feels left out because she doesn't know her real father. She doesn't know that her father left the village a long time ago. So she starts to argue with her mother. This initial beginning is actually pretty short, even when you read through it.
So, yeah.
Because there's not very much to go on. It's mostly about Sarada talking about her father, Bolt trying to get the attention of his father. It's mostly about Sasuke and Naruto at this point still.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to get the attention of their father. In the meantime, Sakura is destroying her own damn house out of her rage for Sarada.
Because Sarada is questioning whether or not.
Okay, here we go.
It's her real mother.
So Chocho Akimichi, Inojin Yamanaka, and Shikadai Nara. The current generation of the Inoshikacho who has no interest of learning about the technique. which I think is horrible for breaking such a strong generation kind of thing. A
Yeah.
tradition, yeah. And all the meantime, Himawara, I don't think. Do you think she's going to be a shinobi? What do you think?
Hmm. She might be. I don't know right now. She doesn't. She seems more like Hinata, where if she maybe finds somebody who she wants to.
She's gentle and kind, but
I
she
don't
also
think she will become a shinobi, and I don't really know.
she's. I think she's too young for us to actually think about what's going to happen.
It's gonna be more focused on Boruto,
Right.
for right now. But
But
maybe if she goes older, she might want to try to follow in her older brother's footsteps.
there's not really much. There's really not much to this first manga. It's just an introduction to everyone, introduction to the personalities, really. So there's not really much to talk about. But still, it's interesting, especially now that we learn that Sasuke is coming back to the village after so many years. He's coming back because, well, apparently he heard the house being destroyed for the umpteenth time.
I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, during the after the destruction, Sarada goes back to the destruction. That was the house. Looks like like it was from the movie Twister, and finds the family photos, of her and
Yeah.
Sakura, and by Sasuke finds the fact that the picture of Sakura was taped over another picture, which is
Yeah.
over a picture of Karin, which is one of Sasuke's companions from Shippuden, who
Oh
basically
yeah.
just like Sarada and wears glasses. So now she is questioning even more now if Karin is her actual
That was
mother,
a big speculation afterwards.
and
Like
Sakura is just the adopted mother.
maybe not adopted, maybe just a maid, like everyone's thinking.
Probably, and well, Sasuke is coming back to the village, so maybe you might find out more in the next couple of chapters, hopefully, because it is quite. Yeah, I'm wondering myself on whether or not that pretty much what Sakura really is right now, whether she is actually together with Sasuke or if she's just the hired help.
Well, I actually need to go and look at that last
Mm-hmm.
page because I'm actually interested myself. I didn't really pay attention to it that much at the time, so
Yeah, I remember seeing that. What page was it in though?
it was the last page. It should have been.
Let's see. I'm scrolling.
It's okay, I got it.
Yeah,
But even
yeah, it was. Yep, it was the about page. Yeah, like page 24. I want to say. Yeah.
there are only 23 pages.
No, it's 24. Actually,
Uh,
it's more than that. There's like 27.
yeah, it's because of all the fan art.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty interesting. We could speculate that Sakura's not really. Oh, sorry about that. We could speculate that Sakura is not really the the mother of Sarada. But then again, I think they really are because Sasuke did do that tap forehead thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, she doesn't look anything like Sakura, and she does have, Sasuke's resemblance. But the thing is, a child usually has resemblance of both parents, sometimes more than the other. So she has no resemblance of Sakura. She has more resemblance of Kari.
Well, you're not wrong, but I mean, let's look at Naruto. He never had any of his mother's genes.
Oh,
You,
he
you want to
actually does. He actually does look like her a little bit.
No, he does not. He looks more like his father, and we can all agree on that. Come on, guys, make an argument. Who does Naruto look more like, his mother or his father?
I
He.
never say it looks more like, but
But the only thing he adopted was her personality. That's probably the only thing.
and that's a trait though.
That's the one trait. But you don't have to necessarily take on the appearance of the daughter. I mean, of the mother. Daughter.
But
What the
it's
hell?
just good speculation of what's gonna happen because it will be interesting to see. if those two really did get together, which I feel like they
Again,
probably did.
again, we don't know what happened to Karin.
Yeah, that's true. Because actually, no, didn't they take Kari in the Leaf Village as?
No, no, we don't know what happened.
I thought I can't. I could have sworn they could have. Yeah, because when
No, they took.
Sasuke.
Yeah, they
No,
took them. They took them in, but that was before the war.
no, yeah, because that was when Sasuke was fighting Danzo, and they took Karin in.
Yeah, but after that she escaped. Remember?
Did she? I can't remember if she did or not.
She escaped, and then she was looking for Sasuke for revenge and blah blah blah. And like she after that we go into the whole cocoon thing, which is weird as frick.
Yeah.
So again, like we don't know where Karin is. For all we know, she could still be spying on Sasuke because if you remember at the end of chapter 700, Sasuke thought he saw something.
Yeah.
It could have been Karin.
Could have been Karin. That's true.
It could have been. We don't know. Oh, I see what you mean now. We saw that brief photo,
Mm-hmm.
like a girl in glasses. But oh, I see what you mean. But that could have been just a photo of Taka. That could have been just a photo of Team Taka.
That's what I'm saying. It was a photo of Team Taka, but she, but the fact that it was she taped a photo of her over Cardi makes it more suspicious.
Not necessarily because let's put it this way. Karin is part of the Uzumaki clan, so Sakura could have accepted her as a leaf village as part of the leaf.
That's true.
Like we don't know. Sakura could have been friends with Kari over the years, and we don't know. We don't know what transgressed. God, I'm butchering words today. We don't know what happened between the time of the movie and and the Scarlet Spring. We don't know what happened.
Hmm.
We can only wait for the manga to reveal to us what happened.
And again, hopefully, they would kind of reveal that stuff in
I
the next
mean,
couple chapters.
Sakura could have just been pissed because Sarada keeps asking her about her father, and it's too painful for Sakura to tell her because of all the crap that he did.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, he did do one good thing by killing Danzo. Ugh.
Yeah, that was a good thing in this part. We all
So,
were cheering for that
yeah.
one.
So, Jonathan, what are your final thoughts on both the last and the current manga spinoff?
Last movie was really, really awesome. Great way to pretty much end off Naruto in general in terms of the anime. I really did enjoy it.
Let's hear a rating.
So rating, I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Cool, 8 out of 10. Well, as for me, when I did my little review on Facebook, if you guys want to catch me on Facebook, go to the Yuga Council and you can find my name there. They won't spoil our names for you. I gave it a 10 out of 10, or close to it, because like I said with Toneri and his way of doing things, all that stuff, it was an original way to do it, an original plot and all that stuff, and I really liked the way the character development took place. It was really awesome. So, what about the Scarlet Spring? What do you think we have in store so far? What do you?
It's a nice start to it.
What's the journey looking like?
Mm,
I mean,
it's looking like it's gonna be more focused with Barto, but as
I mean, there's no real threat anymore. Everything.
Well, I feel like there's gonna be eventually, like, it's gonna be like easing, and eventually there'll be a new threat probably. Where Boruto, Sarada, and all, the
I mean,
younger
if I'm,
generations are gonna have to come back.
I mean, I believe Boruto the movie is going to be about the Chunin exams or the Genin exams, or something along those lines. Because we did see those two in a battle stadium.
Yeah.
So yeah, you never know. So this has been Anime Day, Anime Friday. I'll catch you next week for Chaos Saturday is what I'll be calling it now for when we discuss. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing where I argue with the people who commented arguments and stuff like that. So make sure to be. And guess what? You can be part of Anime Day or Saturdays if you want. just hit one of us up on the Council Network. Let us know your Skype if you want to Skype, and you can join in on the fun. So yeah, have fun with it.
That'd be chaos.
That's the point of chaos, Jonathan. Once you start it, it won't end.
Sorry, I don't want chaos control.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're not Sonic. We're not making the Sonic.
I forgot my chaos numbers at home.
I'll send you one. Don't worry.
Oh gosh.
All right, so this has been Anime Day, and we are out.
Goodbye.